All right, I think we are live. Yep, it's good. All right, today we are working on trying to figure out our kind of like boss battle system for our samurai game. So we're having some problems with that, and we got to figure it out. So still trying to figure it out. So for the most part, this has been working, and that's what's interesting. I think it must have to do with the size change of the map. So here's the exit of the market area. Here's the other edge. So like when I do a small map, you can see we seem to be okay. I don't want to kill everybody in the map. Let's see. Oh, is our map just made out of these things? It's kind of funny. Okay. So the way the procedural generation works is we have a map, a starter room, which is this one, and this cube is kind of where we start on, just because I need like a place for the player to live when they spawn in. And then it picks a exit in this room. So we have 1, 2, 3. So it picked this one. It went over here and it created the market, which is our kind of boss event for this particular scenario. It should only spawn once, but we haven't gotten to that part of the system yet. We're just trying to get it to spawn without going all over all the other pieces. So when this one spawns, there was nothing there, and it said, okay, we will spawn on this exit and create this room. So that worked fine. And then this one we didn't use any of those exits. And then it spawned this one on this exit, and that was fine. And then nothing on the sides. There's no, I don't have any fences there. It's interesting. Okay, so then we spawn another market. Right here. And this one use this exit, and that worked out fine. And then use this exit, create another market. There we go. And that was all of our level. So this one worked out fine. So let's just see. So these are kind of the size of the levels that I was really sticking to, but you know, I don't want to create a buggy system. So all right, so here's our starter map, and looks like we used 2 exits here. I almost want to move my guy somewhere where no one can get me, you know, like here, like on top of this roof. Let's see. Oh, I can't stand on the roof. Darn it. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh. Well, now I have to get you guys. Okay. Oh. You're all gonna fall down? Let's get far away. Okay. This is an interesting thing. Like, probably want to figure out wall decals instead of just ground decals. I don't know. Maybe it looks fine. I don't know. It looks a little glitchy. Okay, so all right, we started here, and we used this exit and this exit. I don't know which one was first. This one, this market seems fine, right? It doesn't overlap with anything. This one also created a market, and then that one created a market. I think, for the most part, you know, these all line up just fine. Okay, so, but let's see. Where it gets a little bit tricky is where this one kind of wraps around. All right, so this is fine. Yeah, okay. So far, we're really not seeing the bug, but I am pretty certain that I did not fix it yesterday. Okay, so where we can really start to see the cracks in procedural generations when you generate a whole bunch of rooms. So let's see, if we just generate a big map. Now, I'm just gonna I want to go somewhere. Okay, tab 1. I wish I could stand on top of something. Okay, maybe this. There we go. Okay. All right, now no one can hurt my guy. He's up on the mountain. All right. So it's good to have debug tools. Okay, so here's our starter. Let's see if we can find anything where things just got a little bit overlappy. So this is fine. I think this is right on the edge. But you can see here, there's a rock and a house together. So this is a good indicator that we have a problem. So this rock is the right corner of this market, and then this house here is actually like the top. It's actually not even the top left. It's like the middle of another park. So what's weird though is that I will crash my computer, I bet, if I do this. Okay, hold on everybody. We're gonna try it. Let's eject. Okay. We probably need to get rid of the, yeah, okay. So, I don't know why I have the mesh stuff in here. All right, I just want to say the collision box for the roof is very special. Okay, no wonder I couldn't stand on top of it. All right, so if I click on this park here, let's see what happens. Sometimes it takes forever to fix, to like select it for some reason. This must be an issue that Unreal has a way of dealing with, maybe inside debug tools or something. But I almost want to set it up so that it we like step through the whole all right. Luckily I didn't make any big changes in this morning, so come on. I don't even have a mouse anymore. Okay. to Alt tabs. All right. We'll leave Unreal to figure out what it's doing here, but I'm gonna mute my desktop so that I'm gonna open up our YouTube and Twitch channels because I never check those. I don't know what information they have when we're streaming. So let's go. All right, I am now in my live YouTube thing. All right, and I can hear myself a little bit, but that's about it. I can turn on timestamps for the chat. Okay. So, and there is a participants section, so I could see it. They don't show it all together though, so you can't see like who's online and things like that. But I know that there's that Streamlabs software that maybe gives you more insight into all that stuff. I don't know if I'm ready to drop money on my stream just yet. Okay. So that is YouTube. I know this is invigorating. Okay, while we are here, I'm gonna leave my YouTube section. Okay, Unreal has recovered. All right, I don't know what we're totally looking for here, but can I move this? All right. So we can see the whole outline here. We could see that it overlaps. So it doesn't, oh my goodness, I just need to, so you can see here that it's next to this other part here. And that one's fine, right? It's just this one. So like, so it looks like this one here and this road here are connected fine. So there's a small piece, and we have these corners are overlapping. But there's a collision box on our each of our rooms that should be checked for an overlap with other collision boxes. So unless we have like this should, and they're overlapping with the market, right? So all right, I gotta get out of this because it's just too slow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Can I just jump back in? All right. Okay. We can pause it again, I think, but or maybe not. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So it seems like the main issue is the corners, I think. there's another example over here too. Is it almost always, it might be almost always two parks, but I'm not sure if that's actually true. That's cool that there's like this big loop around. Yeah. I think I've seen it where the park will invade a another square. So all right. All right, I have some ideas. Okay. It's very interesting though that it doesn't really start to rear its head until you have like more opportunities to loop around on themselves and stuff. So this one has the base overlap box. I think we can make these taller and stuff. I don't think that part matters as much. Let's make this. I want to make it like 110 for everybody. All right, and you can see this one. It's at the very edge. It's the whole way across. All right, I'm going to compile that. I think that will update everybody else. Sure, it did. Everybody's overlap boxes is bigger now. I don't know. Okay. Save all these. Okay. So because we have the overlap box, we should not be seeing an overlap. But we do. And it shouldn't matter where, like, it shouldn't be at the exits. Like, the exits do a really good job of figuring out when not to get blocked. But the main room piece does not, it seems. So I believe every single map has one of these, but I know for sure that this should not overlap with the other one, right? Yeah. And we have the generate overlap events. That should be all we need. Is it this thing? I don't know. All right, let's look at the other. This is my original map, and I definitely worked on the. So this says query only, yeah, and then it has object type room overlap, generate overlap. So, oh wait. So this is our problem right here. Okay. Oh my goodness. So we're only checking to see if we're overlapping with world overlap, but we're not setting anybody to world overlap. So in the base one, instead of world static, we do room overlap. Compile and save. Oh man, you saw it here first. Okay. So let's just save all these because they're still open. All right. Oh man, that was final step. Okay. That was definitely it. Okay, so if we press play, I'm gonna bump it up. Oh man, let's stop the stream right now. That was great. Call it a day. I'm having a victory lap before I even know whether it worked or not. Okay. So there's definitely stuff right behind me, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay. All right, you're going down. You're going down. Okay. All right, we'll make ourselves invincible. Invincible. All right, we made a big map. Let's look for overlaps. I don't think there will be. This is a pretty dense area. Oh man, guys, that was just really special. Trying to figure it out. Okay, so far everybody's lining up, behaving. Kind of the more dense areas where you really want to look. Okay. Having these big tiles too, so you can make this procedural generation system, because of the way it handles the exits and because of the way it handles the room tiles, you technically can make kind of a crazy, like any shape you want, and it should figure it out. The benefit of doing tiles is you can kind of create situations that loop on themselves more. So like, you know, you've got kind of this area that goes all the way around here, but it kind of connects back in the back there. And there's a total possibility that something here could have connected over there because we're using kind of these base unit tiles, right? But we could like reduce these in half and make a possibility for like two 500 length pieces could go across. All right, so we have that. I kind of want to just demo that. Why not? Let's try it. Okay. Okay, wait. Let's save all. I don't even know. Does this even make sense to put in my notes? This is like, that was really, really troubling. Okay. Fixed. And I feel like I need documentation for my. What is it called? Room overlap. Yeah, we need like a README file inside my thing. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna put in my game dev notes here. This is one of the things I'm very proud of. I just take notes of every thing that I come across in Unreal and in Blender, that I want to remember or that I have to look up. So I just keep adding to this. One day I think I'm going to put it up on the blog that I have that I don't update, which is Unreal is Easy. But I have plenty of content here to put there. So I'm going to put it in, not in version control. Let's go all the way down to 2D and then put it above retro character pack here. Okay. So in our, I guess this is like, what should we call this? This is like, it's not necessarily plugins, but asset specific. And then this is my little city toolbox and our world here. Okay, and then in here, okay, so we want to make this bigger than that. All right. And then okay, so in here, I'm just going to take a picture of I'm going to say make sure to set up collision properly rooms input to a new game. All right, because what happens is this, I'm pretty sure this doesn't, it doesn't migrate these settings. Settings do not migrate due to the, I don't know why, but define, we have a custom collision. Define in, is it project settings? Project settings. Okay. So then let's take a picture of our project settings real quick. All right, in our project settings, in here, we want to take a picture of this. So we will. It's just this one, so. All right. Okay. And then we will copy this. All right, then we'll go back to, got a whole bunch of stuff open. All right. Yep, okay. Cool. And in our other piece, we have to do the overlap box. We need to do this. Okay. Keeps it always like brings up some random thing. Okay. Got it. All right. Copy. Game Dev CV, guys. All right. There you go. All right. All right. That should be enough for now. All right. So that's good. All right. Cool. Bear with me for 1 second. Be right back. All right, cool. Okay. All right. So we solved that, I think. We're just gonna push this change so that we have it saved forever. All right. And yeah, cool. Okay. So we can make another room. Actually, not here though. Let's go. Oh, where am I? I'm in my other project right now. Let's go here. All right. In our, we have a lot of debugging too. We got to clean up now, but we go into our game, into our blueprints, into our level assets, rooms. Okay, let's just take, not the market. I don't know. Every one of these is very done up now. Okay, we will duplicate this one, and we will call it. I'm gonna call it small path. Okay, so we open this up. We are in small path. I'm gonna close. This one matter, but I'm gonna close these other ones so I don't get confused. Unreal is frozen. Did it work? Okay. What is this one? Open 4E. We'll close that one. We'll close this. All right. Close this. All right. Now we're in here. We're in the small path. All right, so if we go in here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the we are currently selected the floor, right? And right now it's set to 20 by 20 scale, which is essentially, I guess the pivot is in the center of this, so that's why it's moved over by 1,000. So we're gonna set this to, it's interesting that I guess I don't know, maybe I made it out of a cube. Okay. All right, so now we're at 10 by 10. I don't think I like that. Let's make, okay, so the starter is here, so let's make the X value 20. No, that's not what I wanted. I want the other way. Okay. Let's make we're gonna make it longwise. So this is gonna be our thing. So this is gonna cause a little bit of issues because we have like a quarter on this side and a quarter on that side. So it's not gonna play well with some of the other pieces of the map. But we're just gonna give it a shot. Okay, so it will make the map less gritty, I think. So, all right. Actually, we're not gonna make. All right, so here's one thing. So it's still gonna block some of this stuff probably, but if we make it lengthwise, it will still have the ability to wrap around. Okay, so we need to kill all this stuff. Maybe we can keep these barrels, I guess. I don't know. All right. I don't think we're gonna have a house. We're just gonna, and am I holding the exit? Okay, this exit is fine. We want exit 1. Exit 2, however, so everything in exit 2 we want to delete, and everything in exit 3 we want to delete. Ooh, that's not how I want to do it. I don't know why it would select upwards, but there we go. Okay, we're just gonna delete this. All right, so we've effectively blocked the exits. This is kind of in the center of our walkway. I'm just gonna delete this walkway. We'll move some of these trees over here. I think most of these trees are permanent and not dynamic. So basically we'd want to like close off the sides of this because we're saying there's no way to get around it. And nothing should spawn. Okay, well there's two things. Nothing's gonna spawn next to it because of the we're keeping the collider at full width. So that should prevent anything from spawning here. And then I'm gonna take that off and then we'll see. Okay. Anyway, this is like our little forest path. I guess this one we wanna move over. Okay. Did I just lift it up? I did, didn't I? All right, and then probably one more. It's just, are these in the geometry? They are. Okay, cool. All right, so we have that. I don't know, looks fine, whatever. Okay. So they come in this way, go out that way. There's a spawner in there just like everywhere else. And then we go into our world generator. I guess I went back to the room list here somewhere. I forget where that happens. Spawn next room. Remember, I created a temporary room list, but oh, are we only spawning these two rooms? Wow, it looks pretty good for only spawning two rooms. Okay, probably want this back. All right, and then that's funny. Yeah, I feel like with the prop generation and the add-on generation, the rooms, the different village maps actually look pretty cool, even when they're repeated over and over again. So I'm gonna add another one, and then I'm gonna look for our village small path. The market's still gonna generate. It looks like jank, but we will. I don't even know if we really want it this size that it is. It seems way too big, but okay. Let's get a good 25. Right. And then we'll make ourselves invincible. We'll go out. All right, so here is our path. So you can see we have this like walkway now. And then there's a gap between these two things. So the gap does not completely throw off the grid because we are spacing it between the two. So it takes up a full width of a tile, but it doesn't, no one spawns inside here. And I don't think that would ever be a problem. So, and then, okay, so let's go, all right. I'm gonna spawn behind them, and then they're gonna be in trouble. All right, where are you? All right, okay, so let's just walk through. So this is like our little walkway, okay. And then this creates kind of a tunnel, right? We could fall off the edge here. But it adds some variety, right? You don't, it's not a grid anymore. It's like its own thing. This is more noticeable, how the ground doesn't match. So we might want to, get rid of that, but yeah, so like you can play with the sizes. I still think staying within sort of the units of the map, like some sort of like whether it's half or a quarter, probably will result in better generation. And then I think I could make the enemies a little bit more aggressive too. All right. I need to fix the gate of the market too. We're in the market. All right, cool. Yeah, things aren't looking too bad for the map generation now. That's good. Yeah, here's another kind of hallway. Goes to nowhere. All right. Cool. So that's like another thing. Maybe I'll leave that in there. But the other piece of this is you could take the overlap and you could reduce it. Is it this way? Yeah. Okay. let's control Z. All right. I think I can just go divide by 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So now we can have stuff generate beside it, maybe. I'm still not sure it will happen, but this would create kind of like some mismatch where certain things can't loop on each other. So I don't know if we'll see an example, but so like it's totally possible that something could have linked in here, but they didn't. It's interesting what's going on there. Okay, someone's got a prop being generated outside of their thing. It's probably the. Okay, so here's an interesting one too. You have this crossroads, but there's like a hall, a crossroads, a hall. So it has kind of this little fence around the whole thing. And then this, I don't know what, oh, okay, yeah. This is interesting. I didn't realize this would happen, but it's got an exit. It's got exit fencing, right? So it's blocking this whole area. And then they're not connected because they are off. Because this doesn't go all the way across. So this one would be an example of kind of like where something might end in. But so far nothing got shifted. I was looking for like tiles being shifted over, which I don't think has happened here. Yeah, nothing looks shifted. But yeah, but that can add some variety, right? Okay. I might keep that. I gotta polish it though. It's obviously. Is there a grass piece? I guess these are not in the right place, but that is fine. I don't see any prop arrows that would generate flowers like really far away. So, I think I can keep the collider where it is, and it won't cause any problems. So, I think that's fine. The other thing we can do is you can make elevation changes, things like that. That might be something that we have to do for the later level. I don't know if we should do it in. Would it make the game more interesting to have like different elevations? We don't want. One thing we can't do is wrap on top of each other. So we would definitely like at least on the outside levels, right? So we would have to have like these colliders would have to go up in the air, I think, and down below to prevent the level wrapping on top of. You have 2 levels of outside world. We could do that though. Something to think about. All right. Yeah, I don't really want to get into this piece really yet, but let's like look at the market here. Okay, so what? Okay. Oh, also this. I need to open this thing up. we can't walk through this. The base mesh, for whatever reason, came in with a terrible collider. Selecting here. Okay. So that's complex collision. That looks fine. I don't understand. Simple collision is the one that's a problem. So we probably have it set maybe to, yeah, complex collision is fine. Let's look and see what our thing is doing. It's somewhere in here. I think it's set to be collision, double-sided geometry. No. Block all, that's fine. User has modified the collision in any way. Do I have to like bake the collision down? Because this is not, it's not here. Oh, here we go. Use complex. Oh, what? We could do some primitives, I guess. Could I add a primitive collision to it? I don't know. Okay. Convert boxes to convex. That's not what I want. Like, if you added this, it's just going to generate something the whole mesh, right? So you can't really. Okay, so let's just do use complex collision as simple, whatever that means. That seems very, very silly. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to type in collision just to see if there's anything else. Collision. All right, we have LODs. Like, this is interesting, this primitive stuff. Like, we could like add primitives would be kind of neat, but I don't know. All right. We could make our own collision mesh, whatever. Okay, so hopefully navigation means people will walk through this. Let's just save that. I just want to see if this map works now. All right, let's go. Oh, right in front of us. Okay, let's go back. Can we walk through it? Yeah. Can we walk through the pole? Can you walk through it? Chase me. Okay. Yeah, they can. So that's cool. All right, because one of the things I was thinking about was we would put a fence around the market. Didn't I have the market open? I don't have the market open. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So like we only want people to come through here. So we have these fences. There's this type of fence. All right, it's in the geometry, but it's here. Okay. Wish there was an easier way to add stuff. Okay. All right, now we have it. I think we're selecting it. Looks like it. Okay. Move all the geometry. All right. Once we have this, man, it's cranking. All right. So yeah, we probably want to bring it to the edge. Probably want to bring this to the edge too. All right, and then obviously these aren't on the 100 scale, so let's go to 50, see if we can. It's close. Okay, let's do 20, let's do 10, I guess. All right, so there we go. Could do that, and you could do that. All right, and then yeah, like I don't know. Do we like is it gonna be really overbearing to have a giant fence across it? Oh yeah, we're never gonna be able to duplicate two and be to make a new mesh that's. Hey Imran, how you doing? The game is not ready, but if you have not seen it for a few days, I'll show you what it looks like. Here, let me. I'm happy to see you. I feel like we were very quiet this morning. There wasn't a lot of chat, so it's nice of you to stop in. So I made a few adjustments. I've got this guy. I've changed their colors. I've got a little dash in here. Ooh, that was a little glitchy. What happened there? Um, and I'm currently working on a kind of a boss battle type area. So it's one of the key parts of the demo that I want to create is sort of this like market ambush. I also just made this hallway here. How's Unity working out for you? I actually recently downloaded Unity onto my computer so that I could look at all of the assets I had bought over the years. So, all right, I'm a little worried that my computer is freezing. So speaking of Unreal crashing things, I may have to work on optimizing my map. I imagine that that we have some culling going on because the camera is so zoomed in. You would think that we wouldn't be seeing the rest. And there's a way to check that, but I don't remember what the shortcut key is for it. But we probably don't want to be trying to manage a million vertices, right? We're at 50 frames per second. I feel like we could be a lot faster. But I think there's a lot of AI probably running around too, and that's something we could like put the AI to sleep maybe, things like that. I think I made this a big map, so yeah. Unity, I mean, I didn't really like try to program with it when I pulled it up, but it looks like they've made some cool UI changes and things like that. Um, I made some cool stuff in it, so I don't want to say Unity, you know, like you can't make games in Unity. Like you definitely can make games in Unity. I just was a little bit put off by a couple times where my games got kind of corrupted from the updates. So and then when I tried Unreal, I just really liked the blueprint flow and stuff. But you can like with Unity, I don't really know about their renderers anymore, but you can do a lot of the same post processing in Unity as you do in Unreal. There's a lot of like that stuff, and then the shader graph I think is very similar to Unreal's material creation and stuff like that. So yeah, so yeah, C Sharp. I think C Sharp is really easy to learn if you haven't learned a programming language before. I think it's a good one to start with for sure. It will give you a good basic understanding of all kind of C-based languages, and it's a little bit nicer to you than like C itself, right? So or C++. So C Sharp's great, and yeah, it's it's definitely more code centric versus visual than like the blueprint world. But you can definitely do a lot of powerful things in it. So, oh yeah, well, if you know C Sharp, then Unity is actually probably a really great place to go. So, actually, on my YouTube channel, I have a very basic behavior tree in C Sharp tutorial, and I based it off of my books. I based it off this book here. I can hold on. Switch my. So I based it on this book here. It's called AI for Games, and I think it's all written in like pseudocode and stuff. But you can see like it has like map generator, maze generators, and but it has a whole thing about how to like build a behavior tree, probably in like C++ or pseudocode or something. And so I kind of used this book and built the author is Ian Millington. There. You could probably find this used. This is the 3rd edition. With all these big books, they all kind of are stupidly priced. But this is a great book. He might have a bunch of stuff online too, like on his website for like free. So you could probably find a lot of what he's talking about in this book in there. But this is like a treasure trove of like everything. Like it's not AI like today's AI. It's like game AI. But anyway, I have a YouTube video series it will get you to a point where you have a behavior tree. Although there is already in Unity, Opsiv is the name of the group that has Opsiv is a asset creator on Unity, and they have a really good behavior tree system. So you could check that out too. That I use that a lot as well, and that looks almost like Unreal's behavior tree system when you get into like more AI stuff. But the AI book will also go into like steering behaviors and things like that. If you want to write the stuff from scratch and not get an asset, those kind of resources are good. But yeah, if you don't want to buy that book, there's a bunch of websites for that kind of behavior. You just got to kind of convert it to C Sharp a lot of the times. So yeah, so cool. I have a lot of programming books behind me. That's my wall of programming books from collections from the years, including stuff that I had when I was a kid, when I was first learning like how to build a game in Windows without any game engine, that kind of stuff. Although I look at it now as kind of more of like reference type stuff rather than like wanting to really build my own engine. But maybe someday I'll do like a little 2D one. I've got a few, like an online course that would do that. All right, but I think that AI book is pretty neat if you're interested in like programming AI from scratch. Yeah. But yeah, Opsive behavior tree, look for that. They have a bunch of good packs. I don't know how expensive they are though these days, but um, they make stuff that like probably should be built into Unity. It's kind of like when Pro Builder first came out. Pro Builder was it's like the modeling tool for Unity. Unreal has a very similar thing now, but at first Pro Builder was a separate asset, and so like when I was doing Unity, I bought that asset like in the beginning because it was one of the best assets for creating levels, and especially if you don't want to get into Blender and things like that. And back then I wasn't a huge Blender person. I'm still not a huge Blender person. I don't really know it very well, but I was even worse back then. So yeah, so Pro Builder was like awesome, and then Unity just like bought Pro Builder and put it into the game. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a very cool book if you want to get into like AI and procedural generation and stuff. I'm not sure, you can definitely go through and try to implement stuff word for word, but it's great just if, yeah, Pro Builder is free now. Yeah. So, but this AI book will give you like the theory and stuff behind a lot of the game systems that are out there, some of which you get out of the box these days, right? So like Unreal has a behavior tree. You don't have to implement it from scratch. But I think in Unity you still have to either get the opposite behavior tree system or roll your own. So, and you could see me struggle through making my own in code. It's not visual; it's just like in code. So, but it basically implements what they talk about. So, yeah, Pro Builder's free. It's built into the engine. So I think maybe it's just some sort of package you have to import. But yeah. It's great for if you're like trying to make like a first person shooter level or something like that. Yeah. I'm just gonna put that in the chat just for people who might be looking at the YouTube. All right, so we are now trying to figure out. I'm gonna just I also might just be using up all the RAM on my computer because I have like 3 projects open, a bunch of other stuff. So but it is behaving a little bit slow. We might have a problem when we get to this corner. Nothing ever fits. It's kind of a bummer. Okay. So luckily, oh yeah, so I've never even tried Unity's visual scripting. It came after I stopped using Unity, so it's still a little too big. All right. This is not optimal. I might even look into like, are there other plugins for Unreal that I can just like that like bulk copy things like in a real way, you know? Because if I do this, I've selected all these, right? I control duplicate. I get selected one, which is super annoying. But now I can select all of them, maybe? Oh, that's all of them now. All right, let's go like this. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps selecting, like... All right, so I have all these anyway. And then there's two more somewhere. Maybe it's these two. I don't know. Maybe those are duplicates of duplicates. I don't know. Where is this one? Did I duplicate? Yeah, I did. I duplicated too many. Maybe. 16 also duplicated? I don't know. Now I'm like confused because I've yeah. Oh, darn it. Okay. Control Z. Yeah, you're right. I could use splines. Like just make like a procedural mesh, spline mesh. That's probably a smarter way to do this. And then just stretch the spline out. Will spline smartly like resize something? I guess I could just do the edge when I want to, I guess. All right, I just totally screwed up my copy here, I think. I was like confusing myself, so. Let's just get, see like this is, now this is 19 is here. Let's see, where's 16? All right. Nothing makes any sense anymore. Okay. All right, let's do C50. I moved them all. All right. All right, let's just, I'm just gonna move these. And we'll just deal with it in a second. Yeah, I might need to, maybe I'll think about spline stuff. I need to do some research on how they totally work. I did actually I have a project. Um let's go. It's my Pac-Man project, which one is that? I didn't name it something smart. I named it something completely insane. Let's see. This one has spines, you can see, and it's called Zombies, but it's not zombies. It's like a remake of my Google Android app. Okay. Where are you? I think it's in, might be in Dragon. It's in, oh, do I have to import? I might have to, this might take a minute. There is a video on YouTube, Unreal, how to make a mesh follow spline. All right, the Game Dev Cave. I will check it out. I'm gonna put that into my YouTube right now. Oops, okay. Mesh follow spline. Game Dev Cave. All right. I found it. It's right here. Oh yeah, that's interesting. That will be. Let's add that to our watch later. Okay. Thanks. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so in this project, this is like one of those projects I was starting to kind of create like a bunch of things for my toolbox. So I'm gonna migrate a bunch of this stuff over. So I have like some basic stuff like AI systems and things. But I have a Pac-Man game in here. So let's go. Oops, this guy's starting to talk. Okay, so let's do Pac-Man. I'll show you. And so in the Pac-Man game, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because we, you can see these splines here. So this is probably similar to what that video is gonna help me do. I can't remember how I did this, but there are splines here. They were very annoying to lay out, but what they do is they create coins. So this is my pickup spawner. So maybe I can reuse some of this code too. So it gets a location on the distance of the spline. I guess it multiplies by 100. Wait, this doesn't even do what it does. Where is the actual thing? This is not, oh, it is connected, never mind. Okay, yeah. So for some reason it multiplies the index by 100. I think that's to space it, and then that's the distance along the spline. Sorry, someone's outside. Maybe you guys can't hear that. Okay, there's some loud stuff going on outside my house, but here, I'll show you. So you can see the splines, and you can't hear my audio. I don't know if you want to hear the Pac-Man sound, but it makes sometimes it makes it really loud. So now I'm at so yeah, so that is something I don't know how to get out of the game. So yeah, so these splines kind of do what you're talking about. Maybe there's a better part of it, because I think you could probably make the fence system a little bit smarter than what I'm doing here. I think I also do something with overlapping stuff, but it might be on this pickup. Do I do anything in here about, like, if you spawn, delete yourself? If you're... No, I don't. Okay, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, this pickup system I'll probably put in my toolbox because it's pretty simple and awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I have used splines. Ooh. So maybe I should go and use that. Thank you for the reminder. That's a good idea. I also have the teleporting system. So like when Pac-Man goes to this edge, you can go through and pop out the other side. And it makes a cool noise. That guy's really got me. Okay. I highly recommend remaking Pac-Man if you're new to game development, because it's got enough stuff going on that it's a good exercise. It's nice to just get, like, just if you're just learning, to have like a goal for a project that's like not abstract. Like making your own game is a very abstract process of trying to come up with all the ideas and figure out what you're going to do. But if you're like, this is what Pac-Man is, this is how it works, these are all the different things I need to implement, and you can basically create kind of a bunch of systems that interact. You can have points, you can have levels, you have some AI, you have pickups, you've got a character controller. Like, everything in here is great for making your game. So you made Pac-Man in Unity? That's awesome. Yeah. So there. I don't know. I think it's a great exercise. I feel like almost everyone should just make Pac-Man when they first start out. So not that this was like after years of using Unreal, but I wanted to I needed to like reset myself and think about how to like make systems in a smart way. So um, just to continue, I'll show you just a little bit more of this. So this is the Pac-Man game, and then we'll see if this still works. But I made a stealth. What did I change something? I don't think I changed anything. Okay. I made this stealth game, which kind of works. Oh, but it has the tank in it. What? I don't know if that's what I want. Let's see. Can I change that? I don't want the. I want the. Maybe it's the shooter character. Let's see. Maybe it's this. He's gonna say hello on down the screen, I guess. But, this is the right character. But it's probably not. But okay. So something. So he's getting me. Maybe. If I stand in the light, they should see me. But I don't know if that mechanic works on this character. But anyway, this was like based off of all the stuff that I did in Pac-Man. I made this kind of stealth mechanic playground. So but I don't remember. Maybe I called it GM Shooter. I don't know. Let's play. Game mode. Can he see me? Dude. Yeah, he's trying to get me now. Okay. I go into the. So these are colliders that will enable the enemy to see you if you're within this light source. So that's kind of, I was trying to play with like how do you do like a hide in the shadows versus light source. So obviously like that'd be totally unfair if you were here and the lights come on. So he can see me no matter what, I think. But anyway, that was kind of what I was playing with. And then that all turned into my that's not gonna do it. Maybe I didn't change this. Let's see. I don't have a cyber slip one, but pretty sure I was testing out my tank game here. Oh, there's a shooter map. Let's see. What is the shooter map? Is it just this guy chasing me? That might be it. I don't have a gun, so. Yeah, so anyway, this was like a little playground I was making. I also worked on this chaos testing. Oop, I touched it. No, I'm never gonna. Okay. Alt tab. Let's get out of that. So, yeah, anyway, that's my trip down memory lane there. Anyway, it's getting late. I gotta shut down my stream. Thanks for tuning in, Imran. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, good luck with Unity, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Thanks. All right, stop in the stream now.